more video, please subscribe to the channel. Student, today we discuss very important theorem of the chapter first, similarity. The name of that theorem is basic proportionality theorem. Student, the statement of this theorem is that if a line is parallel to the side of the triangle, intersect remaining two sides in two distinct points, then it divides the sides in the same proportion. Now we draw one figures also, and you have to take its proof also. So important, very important thing. Look carefully. Student, I repeat here. If a line is parallel to the side of triangle, intersect the remaining sides in two distinct points, then the line divides the side in the same proportion. Now student, for this we draw one triangle here. Now suppose that I have to take the vertex of triangle is triangle ABC. Now here, if a line is parallel to the side of triangle, suppose that this is the side and one line which is parallel, suppose that this line is here, is parallel to the side BC. Intersect the remaining sides in two distinct points. Suppose that this point is P and Q. Then the line divides the sides in same proportion, means that these two proportions are equal. Now by using this, we take its given. Now the given is that if a line parallel to the side of the triangle intersect the remaining sides in two distinct points. Up to this is the first sentence which is the given, and this sentence is to prove. So that by using this, I have to write the given here. Given in triangle ABC, line L is parallel with side or segment BC. Line L intersect the side AB and side AC in points P and Q respectively, such that A dash P dash B and A dash Q dash C. Okay, then to prove is that then the line divides the side in the same proportion, means that these proportions are equal, means we have to show here AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. Student, for this we take the construction here. Draw the segment PC and segment PQ. Draw the segment PC and segment PQ. So construction. Draw segment PC and segment D. Okay, then take its proof. Okay, here this line intersect these two sides, then the triangles are formed. Now first I take here triangle APQ and PQB. In these two triangles, the point Q is the common, so that we can draw the perpendicular on the side AB, means that its height of both triangles are equal. So I have to write in for triangle APQ and triangle PQB having equal height. Student, we know that the property, if the triangles having equal height, then their ratio of areas of two triangles is equals to their corresponding bases. So that by using this property, I have to write the first sentence: area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB is equals to the ratio of their corresponding bases, means that AP upon PB. Suppose that this is our equation number first, and the reason is that by areas proportionate to bases or also you write the triangles having equal heights. The reason, triangles having equal heights also. Okay, then look at the next two triangle APQ and PQC. Also P is the common vertex, so we can draw here perpendicular on the segment AC. This is also the equal height, so that by using this also we write here is that for triangle APQ and triangle PQC having equal heights. If these two triangles having equal heights, then also their areas is equal to their corresponding bases. So that by using this property, we write here area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC is equals to, with equal heights means that their corresponding bases means that AQ upon QC. This is equation second, and the reason is that again areas proportionate to bases, or else you write here triangles having equal heights. Okay, then the next ones. Look here, for these two triangle PQB and triangle PQC, this is the common base. So here I have to write here segment PQ is common base for triangle. Which one is PQB and triangle PQC. Also, in your given segment PQ is parallel with segment BC. This is also given. Now student, if these two lines are parallel here, then the triangles having equal height, so that hence triangle PQB and triangle PQC having equal heights. That is, therefore triangle PQB and triangle PQC having equal base and equal height. Student, I tell you that if the triangles having equal base and equal height, then their areas also equal. So I have to take this area of triangle PQB is equals to area of triangle PQC. Suppose that this is our equation number third. Then observe carefully first, second and third. Now look at this equation third. Here is numerator is APQ, denominator is PQ. Okay, here is also numerator is APQ and denominator is PQC, means that PQC. And PQB and PQC are equal, means that its denominators are equal. Look here, its numerator is also equal. So that by using first, second and third equation, these two ratios are equal. So I have to write here, therefore from first, second and third, area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB is equals to area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC. Reason is that from equation first, second and third. Now here is triangle. Now student, if these two ratios of areas are equal, then their correspondence is also equal. So that again from first and second, AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. Then AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. Here is from equation first and second. Now this is our proof is that AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. Means that in these triangles, if a line is parallel to the side of a triangle, intersect remaining two sides in two distinct points, then the line divides those sides in same proportion. Again we write this sentence. So hence if a line PQ also, then the two triangles are formed. These areas are equal by areas of equal bases, so that height is equal here, so that its area is equal to their corresponding bases. Also for these two triangles, height is equal, so that their area is also equal to their corresponding bases. We use these first properties here, and then these areas also mean that area of triangle PQB and PQC is also equal, because both triangle having same base PQ and they are in between these two parallel, so that its heights is also equal, so that these triangles having equal height and equal base, therefore its areas are also equal. By using these three, we have to prove this very important theorem, basic proportionality theorem. Thank you. Let's take the converse of Pythagoras theorem. The statement of this theorem is that if a line divides any two sides of the triangle in the same ratio, mean that this line, suppose that line L divides these two sides into distinct points P and Q in the same ratio. In the same ratio means that this ratio is equal in given. Then the line is parallel. Then this line is parallel to this side DC. Now here line L intersect the side AB and AC of triangle ABC in the points P and Q respectively. And AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon Q, so this ratio is equal. Student, then we show here this line L is parallel to the segment BC, that is PQ is parallel with BC. Now student, this is the theorem. You have to solve at home by using the indirect method. Okay, then we take next important property. Let's take the next property first, an angle bisector of a triangle. Now this theorem is that the bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of the remaining sides. For this, we draw the figure. Suppose we take any triangle here. Suppose that the triangle is ABC. Here is A, here is B, and here is suppose C. Now, here angle of the triangle divides the side opposite. Means that this angle bisector divides this side opposite. Suppose that this is the bisector which intersect at point E. Then opposite side to the angle in the ratio of the remaining sides. Means we have to show here AE, opposite side ratio is AE upon EB, to the remaining side ratio is AC upon C. For this, we take here its given. Now in this given, we write given in triangle ACB, ray C is the bisector of angle ACB which intersect side AB at point E. This is our given. Then to prove this angle bisector divide the opposite sides, means that AE upon EB is equals to the remaining side ratio AC upon CB. Here also you write CA upon CB, but I always take here when we start from point AE upon EB, then take AC upon CB. Or if you take the ratio BE upon EA, then start from point B, BC upon CA, as you learn. Now, for this, we take its construction. And the construction is, draw the line parallel to the ray C. C upon a line parallel. Okay. When AC produce which intersect at point, suppose that D. At point D. So we write this as in sentence. Okay. Now, construction. Draw Then we take its proof. First I will take these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. So I have to write here ray. CE is parallel with ray BD and ray AD is transversal. Ray AD is transversal. Then look carefully, if this is the transversal, then this angle and this angle is congruent. Why? By using corresponding angle test. So that angle ACE is congruent with angle CDB. This is equation suppose first. The reason is that by corresponding angles of parallel lines. Or first you have to write shortly corresponding angles. Now then we take the next segment BC is the transversal of these two parallel lines. Then here I have to write ray BD or ray CE is parallel with ray BD and segment BC is transversal. This is by construction. Then look here, if these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal, then this angle and this angle is congruent. So I have to write here, therefore angle BCE is congruent with angle BCE is congruent with angle CBD. Suppose that this is equation number second, and by which angle this one is? Alternate angles. Alternate angles of parallel lines. Now, then in your given, this ray C is the bisector of angle C. So that by using this given, we write here, therefore angle ACE is congruent with angle B. Here is BCE. We take here ACE BCE. Reason is that suppose that this is equation number third and this is given. Okay student, then we observe here equation first, second and third. Here is from this third ACE and BCE angles are equal, means that these two angles are equal here. If these two angles are equal, then the corresponding angles are also equal, that is they are also congruent. So by using first, second and third, I have to write here these two angles, which is angle CDB and angle CBD are congruent. So here I have to write therefore angle CDB is congruent with angle CBD. The reason is that from equation first, second and third. Now look here in the figure. If these two angles mean that CDB, this and CBD mean that these two angles are congruent, then if these two angles are congruent, then these two sides are also congruent, because this is the isosceles triangle theorem. That is, if the side angles are congruent, then the sides opposite to them are also congruent. So that I have to write here segment CD is congruent with segment CB, because sides opposite to congruent angles. Or you also write here by using isosceles triangle theorem. That is, CD is equals to CB. They are congruent, means that they are equal also. This is equation number, suppose that 4. Now we use this to solve the next one also. Now then we take this triangle. Which one is? ABD. In this C is in triangle ABD, ray CE is parallel with segment BD. This is by construction. By construction. Then, student, if any triangle, if a line is parallel to the side which intersect remaining two sides into distinct points, then by using basic proportionality theorem, these ratios are equal. So I have to write here AE upon EB is equals to AC upon CD. The reason is that equation number 5, and the reason is that by basic proportionality theorem. By using basic proportionality theorem. Student, then our last step is that CD and CB are equal. We substitute the value of CD here, so that from equation 4 and 5 we write here AE upon EB is equals to AC by CB upon CB. The reason is that from equation 4 and 5. Hence, our is proved here. Hence, we write again the given sentence. Hence, the bisector of an angle, divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of remaining sides. Can you understand this property, or that is theorem? It is called as angle bisector of a triangle. Okay, then we see next property. Let's take next property, the property of three parallel lines and their transversals. The theorem of this property is the ratio of the intersects made on the transversal by the three parallel lines is equal to the ratio of the corresponding intersect made on any other transversal by the same parallel lines. Student, for this we can draw the figure. Now the figure is, now there are three parallel lines, so I have to draw the three parallel lines. Suppose that this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. The name is L, M, N. The transversal T1 intersecting point, suppose A, B, C, and the transversal T2 intersect the point P, Q, R. Then by using this we write its given. Now in this given, these three lines are parallel, means that line L is parallel with line M is parallel with line N, and T1, T2 are the transversals. Okay, then the transversal T1 intersect these lines in point A, B, C, and the transversal T2 intersect these lines in point P, Q, R respectively. This is already given. Then to prove is that, then the intercept made by the first transversal is AB and BC. The ratio of the intercept means that AB upon BC is equal to the intercept made by another transversal also, means that make an construction is that. The construction is join the segment PC. Suppose we intersect the line M at point D. Means here construction, draw segment PC which intersect line M at point D. This is our construction. Now then take its proof. Now here by this construction there are two triangles are. I have taken the first triangle ABC. Now in this triangle, this line segment BD is parallel to this segment AP. So that I have to write here in triangle APC segment BD is parallel with segment AP. This is given. These three lines are parallel, means that this is the parallel which is also given. Now student, we know that in any triangle, if a line segment is parallel to the side which intersect remaining two sides in two distinct points, then we use basic proportionality theorem. So that by using basic proportionality theorem, we write this point C also and the base point A and B also. I have taken here the base point AB upon BC and again we start PD upon CD or DC. If you start from point C, then we write CB upon BA is equals to CD upon DB. But I have to take here from point A and from point P. So we take by using basic proportionality theorem AB upon BC is equals to PD upon DC or CD. Now equation number first, and the reason is that by using basic proportionality theorem. Okay, can you understand after this? Then look here, take this triangle, next triangle. Which triangle? In triangle PCR. In triangle PCR, this segment is parallel with this segment, means that segment DQ or QD is parallel with segment CR. This is also in E1 by construction. These two segments are parallel. Now then we use again basic proportionality theorem because this is parallel to this side which intersect the remaining two sides in two distinct points. So that we use here PD upon PC is equals to PQ upon QR. This is equation number second. The reason is that by basic proportionality theorem. Okay, student. Then observe equation first and second. This first ratio is equal to the second ratio. Second ratio is equal to the third ratio. Then from first and second, first ratio and the third ratio is also equal. So that by using this I will write AB upon BC is equals to PQ upon QR. Here from equation first and second. Hence it is proved. Hence it is proved. We have to prove here AB upon BC is equals to PQ upon QR. Again you have to write all this sentence also. This is our very important property. Property of three parallel lines and their